No, it's better
I
to
can do
it.
that.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
Okay, so it's going to remain on your side. This is what I wanted to say. If I do the recording, then I have to send the recording. I don't know how to do that, so it's better this way. Okay,
Perfect.
so
And just as a quick final introduction, because unfortunately I will not be able to stay all session. I will have to actually go quite fast, but to the scope of what we're talking about right now, the handover. Tell me, Mireille, if I forget something, but really it's about the cost allocation that we do after the closing on some parts of on some cost centers, mostly infra and some also other prod support cost centers. And so there's a whole process that helps allocating those costs to games and to product lines. So really, that's the large context here, and it's part of the executive summary that we build, which allows us to build P&Ls by game and send them to all the game managers, to all the product line owners, so that they have a view. What is the cost of infra for Asphalt 9 games? What is the cost of infra?
I'm thinking about the report. It's need to many steps and collect the data from many files. I'm not sure I can do it smoothly.
well, that's what needs to be done. So further, you need to discuss with Vincent.
So what's the deadline for this report,
Yes,
Mihaela?
this is what I wanted to say. So usually it's mid-month, but for the next executive, it will be later because it includes 2 months and the changes and how I see the timeline now. Yeah, it's supposed to be. Oh wait, I am on a different file. Raresh will follow the timeline now, and for this report, let me find his timeline to tell you exactly the date. Yeah, so it's to be done until the end of next week. That's what on the time. This is what is actually now on the timeline. For July and August, but please discuss with Vincent how to manage this month report. I know it's a lot. I know it's very complex, and of course a lot of files that needs to be viewed and manually changed and calculated.
But normally, the deadline will be in the mid-month, right?
Yes.
And who we will send this report to?
So to Raresh, Raresh will consolidate the executive.
Iras?
No,
Okay.
Raresh Vasilciu.
Okay. So we can continue.
Okay. Okay.
Yes. The last report is July. So now we continue with August and September will be submit in September.
September will be submitted in October because you will have the accounting month close at the end of September, and after the close of accounting, then this process is started.
So now we only make for August
and July. July is started, it needs to be finished. And
but
August
July, I saw the data in your file already.
Is not finished.
It's
not finished. So where it's first tell me, how do I save in can I save in Excel?
So you should tell us which data you already finished and which one is still missing, so we can continue with that with for the July.
Yes. Please first tell me. I open an Excel and change something on the SharePoint, and I want to save it, and I know how to save it. Can I save it, or I don't have authorization to save it on the SharePoint?
Why?
Oh, how do I save it? I don't know how. I didn't work in SharePoint directly.
So you cannot sell anything in there?
Okay, got it. It's okay. Okay, so then I will go back. How do I go back? Oh, got it. This is it. Okay, close. Okay. What is not updated? It's this file, Cloud China. And on cost allocation, everything that is with this color. So everything it's with green, it's updated for July, and everything with orange is not updated on the key.
Okay.
Okay.
So green is okay, but for pink, not okay.
The thing is that the global FTE key, it's done after we have all the MCRs from all the locations. And at the moment, the MCR database, the consolidation of all the MCRs will be ready, I think, on Monday. Raresh is taking care of this as well. So now after that MCR is done, Ines will take data from there and will calculate the FTE keys. And here for cloud, we already go through the file. And I think it's ready. So it needs just to be copied from the file cloud in here. Okay. So I can go to the supporting part.
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. Okay. I added the MCR database June because I use data from there. And now these are the files used in June, and I will go through the process. But I will go on my computer because it's much easier to look on the data for me to switch between files. So one is this one, and I need the MCR database. So this MCR database console, it's actually all the MCRs together. And I use data from here from my supporting file. And the file is named support costs and the month that I work on it. This is the output. So DB is the output used in the executive summary database. And I have in here the rules. Now I have all the supporting cost center because I took care of all the supporting cost centers. But now QA and BI are managed by Vincent Casal. So I need to tell you only about these cost centers. So I will delete this. I will not delete this. I have to save a different format. Okay, let me save another version. I will name it. Okay. And because I want not to confuse you, I will just delete this rules, these cost centers, because we are not going to take look on these ones. And also I will delete. So this is June data already reported. I will delete it from here as well. Okay. Okay, so this is the final output. Now, we have these rules. Okay, so we have Game for Brands, e-commerce, anti-hacking, submission, and audio have the same rule based on time entries. Then add server, SPA, and also engine. Engine also has the same rule as the others. So I have to change this one. Good. It was different before, but we changed it to general rule. Then add server, SPA, IS corporator, IT and hardware localization and publishing operation has different key allocation. So I will start with the ones that use the time entries as key for allocating to games. So what I do, actually, I open the MCR database. I select those cost centers. Okay. And in my MCR database, I already have the split to games, product line and platform. The only thing is that there are some third-party costs or other costs which are not allocated either to product line or platform. So my first step is to copy paste where I have product line in my database here. And what is not allocated to product line, I have to allocate it using a file which is called, it's a template used. So this is my file with formulas that allocate this kind of cost to product line. What I have to do is only to copy paste in this part. And then below I have formulas which will allocate to product lines based on the allocation key for supporting cost centers from INES file. That means this part needs to be updated monthly. And it's only copied this part with the FTEs. Here is formula, and here is also formula. And what is used as a key, it's this one. Allocation to product line and platform. And then I take from here only the target where I have amounts. To not copy all the lines with 0 and A, and so I copy this is the same columns as in my database up to allocation driver, and I put it in here. Okay, so this is for the cost centers that uses the general rule based on timesheet. Then for other prod support ad server, Adrian Ponoran sends me every month the split of the teams the split by product line and platform. So I will forward you the email from him. This is the email. Just to follow up the thread to send to you the key for next month. I think I have the July. I can send you the key for July. And the file looks like this. So it's the studio, the employee, and its allocation for each platform and product line. How I calculate the key. It's the split from him, and I just do a pivot with a percentage calculation for each studio. Then I take from my MCR database the lines for ads, cost center, so I copy it here. First is the source, then is the source cancellation, and then I split the costs based on my pivot. So for Romania, I have 42% for GFP Media B2B, which is in here. It's calculated automatically. So this one is calculated automatically. And the only thing that remains, because in the file from Adrian, I don't have HQ. The only thing that remains is the HQ part, because I have some cost in there, and this needs to be split using the FTE key for supporting, which is in the template for allocating costs. Should be in here. Okay, this is ads. Ads. So I already have my template to be copy paste in my supporting file in here. So I have ads in here. Then next one is SPA. The rule for allocating costs for SPA is that it will be linearly, it will be equally split to games that had passed the stage FPP. That means from the MCR database, I take the SPA costs and I put them in my database, in my supporting costs. Okay, so these are the lines from the MCR database. In here, I have a print from the last email where I discussed with Andrea related to the key allocation, and it remains to be 98% on mobile and 2% on B2B. So okay. So I have the source cancellation. The rule is like this. You take everything that you find on the MCR database on SPA, you cancel it, then it needs to be split to games that passed FPP gate equally. The games that passed FPP gate, I find it here. This is the list of the games with each of it with the tier and the gate and the other information related to games. This file is updated by Raresh every month, so Raresh can provide it to you. I have here the process of a game, starting from prototype up to live. So it's proto FPP, then soft launch, then flip GE, GE, and post GE. So for our SPA, we need to select the game that are past FPP, which means FPP, GE, pre-GE, and that's it. And the rule is to allocate the cost to the main game. For example, for Asphalt 8, I use the main game, what was the first one created, which is Asphalt 8. I don't take into consideration Windows or PC or Xbox or other games. And this is what I mapped right in the right here. And for tier C games, I use only the tier C game. I don't allocate to all the tier C games, which means these are not taken into consideration. So what is taken into consideration, it's only these games. And the cost of FPP, of SPA, the 120, it's split equally to each of these games. So this is SPA, how it is split. Then.
Sorry, Mihaela,
Yes.
do you have a note as a guideline for this report? Because for this report, I'm still slurry because I'm not sure what are we doing so far, because you just copy paste and from this sheet to other file, and so it make me so confused. I'm not sure what the objective of this report and which is the final file we will you just send out.
So the DB with the exact header is used in the executive database. What is done in here, it's allocating the costs to games and product lines.
So this DB will be you just send out to Rares.
Yes.
So we need to consolidate the data from other source to form it into this DB.
Yes.
Thank you. Can you do not add the reviewers report, because this report I think need to do is step by step at the reviewers report.
Oh, you mean to be some steps written somewhere? I don't have something written like go to the file and like infrastructure it was done. But it's a general rule for the cost centers. Yeah, I understand it's a lot of information, and I understand also because we do this after the infrastructure process, and it's pretty painful. I can say that it's a lot of information. So yeah, this sort of allocation is done by Vincent Casal as well on QA BI. He's also doing the core production cost centers. So yeah, I don't know. If you don't want to do it, I can stop and you can discuss with Vincent, or I can say discuss with Vincent. It's too much. From my point of view, indeed, is very much to do infrastructure at once anyway, and to add some supporting cost centers to be allocated with the specific keys, because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cost centers with different approach, and it's a lot of information.
Yeah, because we have to include workday TT. So we have 7 steps, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so I think to ease this process, I think we need a guideline as the file at the node file you show in the infra online report. Because with the 7 step for the 7 group of cost center, and we have different approach, so it's very complex to remember as once.
Yes. So for me, this one looks easy now because I did it so many times, and I know exactly where to go to take information and to create my database. So yeah, okay, I will talk with Vincent to say if it's quite a lot, and if you manage to do the infrastructure part, it will be enough from my point of view. Now it's up to you. What do you want to do further?
Eden, how do you think?
So I think it's up to Vincent's decision, because we cannot decide which one to handle. Yeah, so I agree with Ngọc. We should have some note for each report we should prepare. In case we need to submit this report as well, can we write it down? A few notes, the same as the previous one, and
okay. Let me prepare for you some notes with
yes.
step by step. It will be much easier. I understand. And if you want me to go further, because this is recording, and to see files.
I think okay, you can go ahead.
Okay.
And then we can read your notes later.
Okay.
So Mika, can you go back to the first step for the workday TT consolidation?
MCR database here.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we will have
just want to clarify. So our main source for this report is the MCR database file.
Yes.
Only. All the email from others. Another file.
Everything else, it's on this file with the keys discussed with operational. So this
So
is
we only
everything that you use.
we only two file, MCR and support the cost.
So you have the MCRDB supporting cost,
Yeah.
and another two files, one for ads from Adrian, the email from Adrian, and one for localization sent from Alexis.
So I would like to have the email. Can you forward
Yes.
on the email to us, and then we can continue the new thought with them.
Okay.
Yeah. So because if you only copy paste the email in SharePoint, so we cannot know who we should contact with.
Okay, I will copy all the emails in the SharePoint to have them there.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. So indeed, the main source is the MCR database, and for the allocation key is used the rules as it is in here.
So we will have to type one in green and one in yellow. The
Yes.
in blue is workday TT. So we will check check the database, check the data from MCR database.
Yes.
So can you do it again? Just at the step you check the data from the database for the line for the cost center in green.
Yes.
Please make me feel a bit.
Okay, so for the general rule using the timesheet, we take for our database the cost center that are time tracking eligible, GFP, anti-hacking, audio, engine, and submission. And we select first what we have already allocated on product lines and games. So this is the part that we don't touch from the MCR database. So just copy paste from here to the supporting file TV in here.
So we will check everything from
everything
on the cost center in the blue.
Yes.
So can you show me the filter in the product line? The filter in the product line column I. What we
select everything that has a product line.
Remove the blank and no PL.
And NA, without NA. So we select everything that is on the product line, that has product line.
It's clear now. It's clear for this step. Thank you.
Then,
so now we go next to the ADS, right?
Sorry, what?
So now we will go next to the next cost center ADS, right?
We have to take all the costs for these cost centers. I mean, so this is the first step where you have product line, you just copy paste. But where you don't have product line, you have to allocate to product line. So these lines, this 93K needs to be allocated to product line using the template of allocation. Which needs to be updated with the keys from Ines file.
Show us how the template works.
But
Because,
what?
can you show us how the template works?
Yes.
Because
So this is the file prepared by Ines. And there is a tab for supporting CC, which brings only the FTE of supporting cost centers. And what needs to be updated in that template of allocation is just this part. So this part will be updated here. Everything else is formula driven. And then you will have your split on the target PNL and platform in here. Everything is formula driven.
so the thing I need to do is copy paste the NA, lang, and no PL into this sheet, right?
Yes, you will have in here only what you don't have product line in the MCR database.
And then the next step is
The next step is to take your allocation
in the below, in
from
the
here.
calculation below.
Yes, you can filter to take only the lines with amounts and copy into support
Support
database
then, yeah,
below.
yeah.
So this is for the cost centers with general rule. Then is the other cost center which has different key allocation. So for ad server, I showed you the file from Adrian.
Yeah. But
For
one question. The
yes.
file you showed me before, the something like yeah, admin code. The admin code, the file number 6.
Admin cost, yes.
Yeah. Where will we get it file?
This it's prepared by Ines, so she has to send to you the file.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, for IS and corporate tool cost, it's used the FTE global key from admin costs. The global key is this one below here in the June global key tab. And this is the global key. So the costs are taken from MCR database, IT and hardware, not IT and hardware, the corporate tools, which was IS and corporate tools. IS and corporate tools. These are the costs that needs to be split using the global key. I know there is okay, so I have I already copied on the SharePoint the file, the template to be used for allocating the IS and corporate tools. So here just we have the lines from MCR database, and the allocation key, it's the global one from Ines file. Just need to be copied from here to here, and it will automatically populate it in our first tab. And then just copy your target PNL and platform lines where you have amounts in supporting DB in here. And that's the split for IS Incorporate tool. Then IT and hardware, it's using an IT key. I know I have also the key, it's in here. Now, for this one, I used to do the key. So I have to tell Vincent to put, I think Ines can do this step as well. So I will discuss with Vincent that Ines should create also the IT and hardware key, because it's derived from the admin key, and she already do that one. And this one is a different file. So that's the IT and hardware file with the key. And it's only the right of the table that it's copied in my allocation template for IT and hardware. It's only this part. And then everything else, it's auto-populated, including the part of allocating. So this is part of the MCR database, and below it's automatically populated. And then also what is under target PL and platform with values needs to be copied in DB for support file. And this is the split for IT and hardware. And then localization is has a key provided by Alexis each month. So this is the email. I will save the email in the SharePoint. And this is the file provided. Okay, so what Alexis he just put the ratio for each game for internal staff and freelancers, and also for agency costs. At the moment, agency costs is only for supplier partner trans, and the rest is third-party costs. What I do in here to split the costs of localization cost center is that I take from MCR database as well, from localization cost centers. I have once the EFC and other costs, which is for June 151K euro. And I just update my line here. And also I put the third party from the MCR database, total 62 in here. Then I have to exclude from the third party, I have to exclude the partner trans costs. To find the cost for partner trans, I usually run the find journal lines with the work tag of the supplier partner trans, and I see directly the lines for partner trans for localization cost center. And I do the exchange rate. I do the exchange from Canadian to euro, and I put the amount in here. And then everything is calculated for the internal staff and freelancer, and also for agency. A little check is done below, so this should be 0 or almost 0. And then what I do, I just take to my support cost in the localization tab. Once I have my lines from the MCR database as source, and then source cancellation, and after I copy from Alexis file where I calculated my costs. Once I take the games for internal staff and freelancers, and I copy paste in here, and also the amounts. Okay, and below I have the agency costs with the games and the amounts. So this is how localization is calculated. And I put in my DB only the lines that are not source or source cancellation, because those lines are too many and make the executive database too heavy. So this is localization. And the last one, publishing and operations. These costs are 100% OTT and has the split by platform like this: 45 on PC console, 50 on mobile, and 5% on B2B. So for this one, for publishing, I also take from MCR database the lines for publishing. Okay. Sometimes it happens on third party to already have the game and the product line. So this line, it's directly copied in the support cost in here, and the other lines are copied as source, canceled, and applied the key provided by the operational, which is in here, the 45, 50, and 5. And this is the final cost center. Everything should be here in place. After that, this database needs to go to Raresh to input in the executive database. Okay, so that's it. Okay, so I already saved on the SharePoint. I have the localization email. I have the ads email. And the other emails are with the key discussed and decided. And this one BI should be deleted because it's not in your concern. And yeah, so that's it. Any question now? I will try to do the one by one steps for supporting. And after I finish it, I will save it here.
I
I'll
think
let
for the basic,
some.
I can understand how the report works, but because they many practice for different cost center, so I think it's a very complex to remember as one. So
Yeah.
so I think the thing we need is the guidelines step by step.
Yes. Yes.
So, Ngọc, can you send a recap after the meeting?
Sorry,
So-
what?
Recap after the meeting, this meeting.
Okay, okay.
And how many report we should prepare? So I guess 2, right? Mihala?
It's actually 3 because in infrastructure you have 2. One is the dashboard, the second is the cost allocation, and for supporting it's only 1, yes.
Yeah, for infra 2 and for supporting 1.
Yes.
And the deadline of 3 report are the same after the mid-month.
Yes.
Yeah. So we should at least we should confirm the basic information like that in the email. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. And because we need to confirm with Van Song what should we do and which one we should repair. So at least we should have the list and the deadline as well.
Okay. Yep.
Okay. Thank you for your training today.
Well, thank you for your patience. It was a lot to discuss, a lot to talk about.
Can you remind me when you leave Hemlock, what's the final day, final working day?
So the last day is tomorrow, but tomorrow I have to leave my equipment at the office. So I'm available only today for questions.
Oh, only today.
Yes. But it's very good that we record it, and it's going to be useful for anyone who will perform the reporting.
Okay, yeah, very good for recorded.
Yes. Okay then. So
bye-bye, Mihala.
Yeah.
Have a good evening. Bye-bye.
Good luck. Bye bye.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Bye.